All right, so tonight's homework is worksheet 53 for third period, and I believe it's worksheet 95 for first and second. Okay, so, but they are similar, so I'm going to work through them together. Okay, so problem numbers 1 through 3 are asking you to write the equation that fits the data. Okay, identify the y-intercept, the max, and the min if it has one. Okay, so remember we talked today in class about in order for it to be linear, okay, it adds or subtracts on the y's. Okay, for exponential, it multiplies or divides. And then if it does neither, then it is quadratic. Okay, so like I'm going to notice here that every time we are subtracting 5. Okay, so when I put that into stat, okay, I'm going to hit stat calc 4 because it was linear, and that's going to give me y equals negative 5x minus 7. All right, and therefore the y-intercept would be negative 7. All right, for number 2, okay, I'm going to notice that I can't really tell. Let's see. So from negative 5, let's see, negative 13 minus 45, minus negative 45, sorry. Okay, that gave me 32. And 5 minus negative 13, that does not give me 32, so it's not arithmetic. So it wouldn't be linear. Okay, and then if I did 13 divided by 45, or 5 divided by 13, that's not, so this one must be quadratic. So I'm going to stat edit, negative 3, negative 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to do stat calc 5. That's going to give me y equals negative 2x plus squared plus 8x minus 3. Okay, so finding the y-intercept then is just going to be negative 3. Right, and then to find our max and our min, I'll do it algebraically just so I can work that on here. It's opposite of b, so negative 8 over 2a. So negative 8 over negative 4, or that gives me 2. If you plug 2 in, 2 squared is going to be 4. That gives me negative 8. Negative 8 plus 16 is 8, and 8 minus 3 is 5, and it would open downward, so it is a max. Okay, on number 3, I also knew that that was going to be quadratic because it didn't follow any of my other rules, so that's going to be y equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 1. Okay, it's going to open upward, so it's going to be a min. Okay, opposite b will be 6 over 2 times 3. 6 over 6 is 1. Plug in 1. So that's going to give me 3 minus 6 is negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. All right, 4, 5, and 6 are our factoring problems. 4 is just going to be a difference of squares, so that's going to be x cubed minus 4 and x cubed plus 4. Difference of squares here on number 5 as well. That's going to be 2x minus 5 and 2x plus 5. And then over here on number 6, we're going to have to Xbox that. So that's going to give me negative 18 and negative 7, which gives me negative 9 and positive 2. And those need to be divided by 6. So after I simplify here, that's going to be 3 over 2. So that's going to be 2x minus 3. And that's going to be 1 over 3 or 3x plus 1. All right, number 7, we talked about y-intercepts in class today for a different reason, but we talked about them. Slope a line has a slope of 7 and passes through the point -2, 4. What is the y-intercept of the line? So we're going to write the equation first. Y equals 7x plus, and we don't know our y-intercept. Okay, but we have a ordered pair here, so it's going to be 4 equals 7 times -2 plus b. So 4 equals -14 plus b, and when you rearrange your y-intercept, or your b, is going to be 18. Okay. Slope of -5, so y equals -5x plus b. Okay, we know that y is 3, x is -1. So that's going to give me 3 equals 5 plus b. So once you move it over, your b here is -2. All right, we did one like number 9 in class today in your notes. All right, so I'm going to start by finding the midpoint here. So 12 plus -4 is going to give me 8. Over 2, and then -2 plus 8 is going to give me 6 over 2, which gives me a midpoint of 4, 3. Then I'm going to find the slope of those 2 points as well. So that's going to be -2 minus 8 over 12 minus -4, which gives me -10 over 16, which reduces to -5 over 8. Since it wants it perpendicular, we're going to flip this fraction. So that's going to become positive 8 over 5 equals y minus, and you're going to use your midpoint, y minus 3, x minus 4. And in standard form, we're going to cross multiply. 5y minus 15 equals 8x minus 32. So -8x plus 5y is going to equal -17. And then we can't have a negative x, so we're going to change the sign of everything. All right, and then down here on problem number 10, axis of symmetry is opposite b over 2a, which gives me -20 over 10, or -2. So that's x equals -2. Okay, so that's here. Then we plug that in. So that gives me 20 minus 40 plus 9 is going to be -20 plus 9 is going to be -11. All right, does it open up or down? Where our front number is positive, so it's going to open up. And then we're going to find another point in order to graph that. Okay, so I'm going to start by graphing the -2, 11. -2, -11 is going to be down here. So there's my axis of symmetry. Okay, my y-intercept is going to be 9. So my other point is going to be my twin point over on the far side. And there you go.